Hey guys, Nick, aka the one like Crisis YT, and today I'm going to be showing you my level 60 class setup on Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, I have been playing this game all week. I'll show you my stats real quick. I've played a day, 3 hours, 22 minutes, and 36 seconds of in-game time, and the game hasn't even been out a week yet. I know life, I know, I don't care, but I've pretty much figured out what guns work and what guns don't work. I've already prestiged. I'm prestige, first prestige level 30. I am just running people over right now in this game. I'm doing pretty well if I do say so myself. So this is what I've been doing so well with. First off, we have the Honeybadger. Now this gun is the first gun you unlock if you go with the Assault beginning package, and it is a higher tier assault rifle. It really is. There's 3 really good assault rifles in this game, and there's one that I think is pretty decent. And I'm actually going to be showing you all of them in this class setup. I love the assault rifles in this game. But with the Honeybadger, I normally use the red dot and the armor piercing. And that armor piercing gives it just a little bit of a damage boost that I really like. Secondary, PP26 or P226. I'm going to use this secondary on all of mine, so I'm only going to mention it once here, and a silencer as well, because that's just the default that you have, and I really, really like it. However, there are some classes I don't have a secondary, and I'll explain why that is when we get to it. Lethal grenades, always going to be frag. Tacticals, always going to be concussion. However, since I prestiged, I've upgraded to 9-bang, because it's freaking crazy. You can cook it, and even if you don't cook it, it's like a normal flash anyway, so it's really, really worth using. I might actually end up doing an entire video on the 9-bang. The perks that I use for this class, this is a more quick moving assault rifle class, is ready up, sleight of hand, on the go, ICU, and focus. Now, the 2 that I want to talk about here, I mean, ready up, sleight of hand, and on the go are pretty much all, you know, self-explanatory. ICU, however, regenerates your health faster, and I think it's about 25% faster. I was doing some tests where a friend shot me without ICU, and I saw how long it took versus whenever I got shot with ICU, and I think it's about 25% faster. That's not exact, but, you know, that's what it does. Focus is the winner-take-all for any assault rifle class. Reduce weapon sway and reduce flinch when aiming down sights. When you're hit, it's amazing. Like, I love focus. I'm going to use it on, I think, every assault rifle class I have, and it is just amazing. As far as strike packages go, this is what I run on every class, simply because I like to run the lower kill streaks, because I play cranked. It's really fast-paced. You're always dying from behind and whatnot in cranked. That's simply because it's so fast-paced. Everybody's moving around like maniacs. So, I try to keep these lower kill streaks because they're really hard to get in cranked. But I use Satcom, Guard Dog, and Trinity Rockets. Really, really good, and I like them. So, that's what I use. Moving on to my next class. This is my SMG style class. It's actually not my rushing SMG class, but it is one of my SMG classes here. And this is the Vector. The Vector in this game is amazing. They took it from being one of the worst SMGs in Modern Warfare 2 to now it's an amazing SMG in Call of Duty Ghost. Now, I have foregrip on this as well as muzzle brake. Muzzle brake gives it a little bit more range and a little bit of a damage boost. A lot of people don't know that, but it does give it a little bit of a damage boost, as well as the grip, which steadies my, you know, recoil and reduces the recoil for better accuracy at long range. So I think that's just the perfect setup. Same secondaries as before. Tactical needs to be changed to the 9-bang. And back into perks, we have ready up, you know, sleight of hand, both, you know, pretty self-explanatory, on the go, dead silence, don't hear footsteps, and then ICU as well, because I do like that health regenerate faster. And then assault kill streaks are the same as well. Moving on to my rushing SMG class. Now, this is the Vepr. This gun doesn't have a lot of damage. It really doesn't. And I do have a damage boost with armor piercing on it, but at the end of the day, it doesn't have a lot of damage. But its rate of fire is through the freaking roof. And so if you can turn corners and you pre-fire, you can run people over rushing with this gun. So this is my search and rescue rusher, this is my TDM rusher, and my domination rusher. I don't really use this gun in cranked much because you're always moving. And I'll actually show you the gun that I prefer in cranked as an assault rifle as we move on. But on this class, use foregrip to reduce the recoil and then the armor piercing for the damage boost. perks and everything are the same, you know, with the grenades here in the secondary and the perks. As you can see, mostly speed perks here. Mostly speed and handling perks. Reload while sprinting goes along with marathon here, which gives me unlimited sprint, so I want to be able to run with marathon while I'm reloading. Sleight of hand, like I said, really fast rate of fire, so you do run out of a clip faster than you would with other guns. So you want to be able to switch weapons really fast. Ready on the go. I'm going to be constantly running with marathon, so I need to be able to get my gun up ready really, really quick, and then dead silence because I don't want people to hear my footsteps. However, if that's not a big issue to you, you can switch this out for ICU or for lightweight, depending on what you want to do, but I'm going to keep it as dead silence. Alright, moving on here. This is kind of my sit back and wait assault rifle class. The Remington R5 is a really, really powerful assault rifle that will just run people over at a distance, especially if you burst fire it. Now, I do use a muzzle brake on it to give it a little bit more distance and a little bit more damage and red dot just so I can get those precise long-range kills. But this is my longer range automatic assault rifle. And then we have the same secondary and everything with the same grenades. And then the perks, I want to be able to, you know, pick my weapon up fast while sprinting and reload while sprinting because I do need to rush to wherever I'm going to sit back and camp with this assault rifle. This is a camping class, it is. But there's always people on this map. Everywhere. Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. So you need to be able to pull that weapon up fast when you're sprinting as well as reload while you're sprinting. If you just get that kill and you're still trying to get to that spot, you don't want to have to take the time to reload. You want to be able to do it while you're sprinting. Dead silence is on this class because if I'm strafing back and forth in my camp spot, you know, in a long-range battle, I don't want to hear my footsteps because I want to know if somebody's coming up behind me. That's a really big thing for me. I don't want to be able to hear my footsteps so I can, you know, hear people behind me easier. ICU regenerates health faster. We've already talked about that. If I do get in a few shots from long range, I'm going to be able to regenerate my health faster and get back into that long range battle before they get back into that battle. And then focus for any long range class. You're going to want focus because it's going to reduce that weapon sway and allow you to be really, really, really accurate. Now here is my favorite gun on Call of Duty Ghost. The MSBS. Now, some people are going at the MS bullshit. Some people say it's overpowered. I personally don't think it's overpowered because I've been able to beat people with the MSBS all the time. Like, people use it against me, and I'm able to beat them with it. You just have to know how, and it's all about map movement. If a really good player gets their hands in an MSBS, they are going to run the match. But if a really good player, if a decent player has the MSBS and there's an amazing player in the game, they can run them over with it, with, you know, someone with the MSBS, because it's just, they won't be able to have the map movement and be able to get the accuracy. So on the MSBS, I use red dot, just so I can, you know, get more precise aiming. I use armor piercing so I can actually get that damage boost and just one-shot people all the freaking time at close range. And the silencer because I don't want people to see me on my radar, as well as that actually gives me a little bit more accuracy. So yeah, I do not have a secondary on this so I can get more perks. Now, as you can see, gain an extra perk slot by not equipping a secondary. And that's something that a lot of people don't know, but if you take off your secondary, you get an extra perk slot so you can have more perks. And that makes room for my 3 extra attachments up here. Because that does take a lot of room, 3 perk slots. So you can gain a whole entire extra slot by just taking off your secondary. But for my perks here, I do have more faster moving perks because this is actually a rushing assault rifle class. I can just run people over and just move with this assault rifle because it's going to one burst people at close range. So we have ready up, which is, you know, faster, you know, bring your weapon up faster after sprinting. We have sleight of hand for faster reloading, and we have reload while sprinting, you know, to reload while sprinting. And then we also have focus because this is a long-range gun by nature, so if you do want to sit back and stay in long range, you do have focus, as well as if you are in a close or medium-range battle and you're aiming down sights when they hit you, you won't move as less. We have extra attachments, so we can have those 3 attachments on our main gun up here. 1, 2, 3, so we do need that extra attachment perk. And then we do have the same strike packages as always. Moving on, this is our last class, and this is my rushing assault rifle class. I probably need to put Marathon on this, I'll be honest with you. It's just not on here right now. I could drop, maybe slide a hand and put Marathon on it. But this is normally the class that I will use to rush with with an assault rifle. It's going to have armor piercing for that damage boost, foregrip to reduce that recoil, and when you put foregrip on this gun, it literally is a laser. Like, you can just shoot. It's almost like the ACR. You can shoot people across the map, no problem. However, the damage on this gun isn't the best, and so that's why I do put armor piercing on it to give it that little bit of a damage upgrade. We have the same lethal and same tactical as always. Our perks here ready up to bring the weapon up faster. We're going to have reload while sprinting because we do have Marathon on it. I know I originally had sleight of hand, but that was because I was kind of testing it right when I prestiged. But Marathon and then focus for those long range battles. Like I said, this is a laser at long range, so having focus to reduce that sway, perfect. And then ICU because it is a rushing assault rifle class. We're going to get into more damage than we would with, say, the Remington that we had. So we're going to be able to bring up that, we want that health to recharge faster. Same assault kill streaks as always, and there you guys have it. Those are my level 60 classes, the classes that I use. Even now that I have prestiged, these are the classes that I use on the new prestige as well. They're just really, really good. So yeah, there you guys have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, all that awesome stuff. Today's question of the day is, what is your favorite gun on Call of Duty Ghost? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm CrisisYT, and I'm out, guys. Peace. And here's some videos you guys may want to go check out. On the left is my first impressions on Call of Duty Ghost. I break down what I think about Call of Duty Ghost on like day 2 of the game being released. And on the right is how to rank up fast on Call of Duty Ghost. That will bring in the levels like crazy if you follow what's in that video, so go check it out. Also, you got the Crisis Up video on the center of your screen. I'm CrisisYT, and I'm out, guys. Peace.